as a proposal to them, listen, let me fight Luis Ortiz and I'll fight Povetkin after. That's what we're trying to get across to them. You know, Luis Ortiz is a big fight, and then me and Povetkin becomes an even bigger fight if I beat Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? So, you know, these guys, I don't know, man. My mindset's different from these guys, man. My mindset, I don't know, maybe I'm silly or something, but I just want to fight. I don't care. I just want to fight.
Those are the words of Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, as he proposes a solution to the rematch with him and Povetkin. Now, Dillian Whyte was knocked out by Povetkin in the 5th round of their bout in the bubble in the last week of fight camp, okay? And he's wanted his rematch. Well, unfortunately, as we know, Povetkin contracted COVID-19, okay? Since he contracted COVID-19, he's had some complications, okay? And since he had some complications, Dillian Whyte wants to move on. And of course, Dillian Whyte was adamant on, hey, you know, well, let me fight Luis Ortiz, you know? And I think Andy Ruiz was another candidate, but, you know, Luis Ortiz, you know, he took the bait, you know, and he's on board to fighting in February. Okay, so as late as February, early March. So that would be the best time while Povetkin gets well. I think it's great. That's one of the reasons why I admire Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte is taking on the best opposition. For all the people now that say, or that said that he was ducking Ortiz, okay? If he ducked Ortiz or not, that has nothing to do with now, because he wants Ortiz in the ring. They both have 2 losses. They both are top heavyweights. They both have something to prove. They're both coming off, well, I would say Luis Ortiz, he is coming off a win, you know, but Dillian Whyte wants to fight Ortiz right off the bat. Ortiz needs to fight someone else other than Wilder. He had his Wilder hour. The Wilder hour is gone, okay? So he needs a premier fight. He needs a marquee fight. This is the best that he can do, okay? And I think this is the best fight that could happen. And Dillian Whyte is a guy that wants to prove himself, and he's right. I agree with him. To counterpunch what he says, that is the best thing that could happen, because when Povetkin gets, if he ever becomes the type of fighter that he needs to be, because he's older now, you know, and we don't know what can. I hope he comes out okay, but he needs to be at 100% past the illness first, then train, then get prepared and all that good stuff. But with Dillian Whyte, he wants to fight Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz wants to fight Dillian Whyte. I don't see the problem. I really don't. I think that these 2 guys could fight, and Dillian Whyte, again, he's right. If he can beat Luis King Kong Ortiz, okay, then that makes the Povetkin fight that much sweeter, because then Povetkin's waiting to see the winner or to have the winner. You know, I don't know if they could, which they probably couldn't, but whoever wins fights Povetkin. You know, I think that I always wanted to see that fight, because they're supposedly the same age, right? Ortiz and Povetkin. So if Luis Ortiz wins, he fights Povetkin. Problem solved. Okay, so I think that would be a great idea for Dillian Whyte. That's one of the reasons why Dillian Whyte has a fan base. He has the buzz. He just had a hang up, because this is the heavyweight division and it could happen to anyone. Okay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte's proposal. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.